FSD is beginning to reliably execute maneuvers that most humans have difficulties with. This is James Dalma commenting on FSD 12 with Bradford. Let's take a look.
So V11 crosses the line in that situation, but it goes much farther across the line. Like this 12 is much more human. Humans will not cross the line more than they need to. So this is always an interesting situation, and that was really smoothly handled. 11 will get to that stop sign, see the truck. That guy's truck is always parked there. And then get kind of confused because it's not sure if it's not totally clear if it's stopped or parked because of the place that it's at. So it'll be kind of jerky a little while, then it'll decide it's parked, finish the turn. That was really nice pedestrian handling. There wasn't any hesitation there. So this is only one lane wide. This is a section of road where, you have to stop at one end or the other.
That's cool.
Okay, let's see how it handles this pedestrian. Oh, that was super nice. So there's people like walking up this road. It's really common to encounter pedestrians in that narrow section. And 11 will stop and wait for the pedestrian to clear the roadway before it'll proceed, which is kind of unnatural and the pedestrians don't expect it. So this is where you kind of get the splits. See, it didn't stop and wait to see. And it doesn't always stop there. Okay, so
normally James was saying that at these splits it would stop. So we'll see how it does on the rest of the splits.
So 11, when it sees that motorcycle, it pauses to make sure, because it looks like it's about to pull out
cross
into the
traffic.
road. So there's the amount of hesitation it's almost completely gone. Like it's radically reduced. So this is a place where 11 stops to look to as if it's an intersection. 12 doesn't.
Elon replied to James Dalma by saying, "Thanks, that is an accurate assessment. Training compete is currently our limiting factor, but that issue is being resolved fast." Here's the assessment from James Dalma. V12 is going to be over 100x reduction in interventions compared to V11. This is not an incremental upgrade, it's a leap forward. The degree to which V12 accurately mimics human driving behaviors is startling, and Tesla's ability to capture the good behaviors without the bad ones is better than I expected for such an early release. Truly impressive. This is so good that I wonder if the Autopilot team might not shift development approach. Up until now, big improvements have required big changes, but the range of behaviors that are being effectively implemented with end-to-end path planning and control suggests to me that they can get the rest of the way to better than humans solely on top of more and better data and training. Anyway, at this moment, it seems that Tesla is more compute limited than data limited. Eventually, though, that is going to change. There's going to be more compute and not enough good data. And Tesla will be able to generate more good data than anyone else out there, which is why I believe Tesla will be the first company to solve FSD in a way that can be deployed to millions of vehicles. Roland published deliveries year to date from countries that he has data. Year to date, Germany is not doing as well as last year. Australia is doing basically the same, but all of these other countries mostly are doing quite a bit better this year than the previous year, year to date. But for this quarter, I am keeping my delivery expectations relatively low. In Europe, we now have 97% of the sales data, and we are not doing better than the previous quarter, but Q4 in Europe is always quite good, so we should really compare that to Q1. So far, we are doing substantially better than last year in Q1, but in Europe, the delivery wave has been largely eliminated, so I can at least say that this is not bad news. Here's a chart of delivery estimates for Q1. This is Wall Street and this is Troy. After today, I think it's fair to say that Troy's estimate should probably be lower with all these research reports coming out. For example, Gary Black is at 425,000 versus the street at 475,000. Tesla will give you 10,000 free supercharger miles when you buy a new Tesla vehicle by March 31st. This is up from 5,000 miles that was announced on March 1st. The IRS updated the list of EVs that qualify for the EV credit in the US. The updated list is a bit confusing for the Model 3. As we know it right now, no Model 3 actually qualifies. It is the old Model 3 Performance that qualifies, not the Highland one. but the refreshed performance Model 3 has not been released. So maybe it would qualify later, that would be good. But as far as I can tell, this is not what this updated chart reveals. I think this is the old Model 3. I personally enjoyed the Tesla stock buying opportunity, but a few people recently have not been happy with the bigger Tesla stock buying opportunity. So Sawyer shared a few words. Tesla has a deep bench with a lot of talent and experience. These individuals are hyper-focused on carrying out the goals that Elon and team have laid out. Many of these initiatives are very difficult problems to solve. There's a lot of noise on X right now, and we are in a period of lower growth than what we have seen from the company in recent years, but I don't believe this is a reason to be negative in the long term. It's going to be a bit of a wait, but 2025 is when the next generation vehicle will come out. Second Megapack factory will be ramping, Cybertruck will be ramped, Semi starts mass production, FSD will be really good. FSD 12 looks promising. James Dowma is certainly very excited about that. Energy will start to get really profitable. Giga Mexico construction will be underway. 4 more 4680 lines will be operational at Giga Texas, 3x increase from now. Optimus progress is insanely quick, and bigger growth, in my opinion, will return for vehicle deliveries. I'm probably forgetting a few things. I think Sawyer is right. He didn't even mention Dojo. I don't feel Tesla's long-term trajectory has changed. Elon is often very optimistic with his timelines, and some feel this is a negative. It sometimes can be. But it's partly those ambitious timeline goals that push his employees to deliver incredible results so quickly. This is not to say Tesla cannot improve on some things. I still feel the company should ramp up its EV education efforts even more, specifically around pricing, charging infrastructure, and reliability and range anxiety. Tesla has always been a roller coaster and require patience. It will probably be the same in many quarters to come. Elon fights the battles he feels are important, always been that way, and always will be. Don't try to change him, and in the meantime, as his fights get bigger, the attacks against Elon will also get bigger. His personal character will be attacked and questioned. Even more people will get the memo, Elon, no, not bad anymore. Elon, terrible. Elon, enemy. Focus less on noise and look at the broader picture. Adjust your risk profile if it makes you feel better. Wise words from Sawyer. He's right. Whoa, the state of Connecticut is proposing something insane. Prohibit parking electric vehicles in parking garages? If anything, it should be the opposite. Gas-powered cars catch on fire more often, so you want to park them less often in the garage compared to your EV. Also, whenever I go, let's say, to a public parking lot, especially if it's underground, even though you have these fans, it just stinks, and I can feel breathing in these toxic fumes, but it's just not good for me. But I see a Tesla drive by or any EV, even if it's a BMW or a Mercedes or a GM EV, I feel happy because I know I'm not breathing in toxic fumes after that vehicle drives by. So it should be the opposite. Gas-powered vehicles maybe could be prohibited from parking in garages, but not EVs. This is just ridiculous. Canaccord Genuity toured Tesla's factory this week, and they reiterated their buy rating and a price target of $234. They said, outside of marginal improvement or deterioration in the near-term outlook, what will truly re-energize Tesla stock and clear the air are 3 drivers, in our opinion. Number 1, the next generation vehicle ramp. Absolutely, I agree with that. Number 2, margin improvement led by increased full self-driving adoption. And number 3, continued rapid growth in energy storage. We see clarity on and confidence in the trajectory of these 3 growth drivers as the catalyst to move Tesla from its current zigzag stock performance to recapturing its outperformance legs of old. Patience required. Monroe & Associates announced that they are beginning the teardown of a Cybertruck. This will be so interesting to follow. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Thank you so much for watching.